all of your points. Make sure that you are listening and writing down what I am. So on your scratch sheet of paper, you're going to write down this equation. Pause the video if you need more time. After you write the equation, you're going to put a box around the left and you're going to put a box around the right. This is how you're going to get a point. You need 4 points per question on your final exam. This is how you get one of those, by just doing those boxes and writing down the question. We're going to go to Desmos and we're going to type in each of those. We're going to type in what we had on the left. The left was 4 parentheses 3.5x plus 0.75. If you scroll down on your screen, you could see a Desmos that you can use that is embedded. So please do that and type this with me. The more you practice, the better you get. Now, if you change the zoom so that you can go out to that 255 mark, nothing is there. You don't see any line. That's because what you need is to let Desmos know that you want a graph, and the way that you do that is you put a y equals. And as you can see, a blue line just popped up that goes horizontal. You could also put a y equals in front of that one that we had in that red box, but it's not necessary. It knew that you wanted to graph. So what we're going to do is we are going to sketch this picture, and we're going to include that point 18,255. This is how you get another point, by just sketching what you see. So we're going to come out here and we're going to do y equals on our paper so that we have that. We're going to draw our grid. Then you're going to draw the picture that you see, and the picture that you see went kind of like this. And then when they crossed, that was 18,255. So you get another point for drawing what you see. Okay? The question says x in it. That means that your answer is the number that is in the x spot. Whenever we have a point, your first number is x, your second number is y. That means that 18 is in the x spot. X equals 18. And that's your answer. You would get one more point for getting a correct answer and actually stating that it's 18. Now what we're going to do to make sure that we get our last point is take that 18 and we're going to plug it back in to this x spot right here. And you can do that on Desmos, but we're going to need to write it out so that we can see what's going on. 4, and then we have 3.5, but instead of x, we're going to put an 18. Whenever you plug stuff in, use parentheses. And then we have plus 0.75. And what should happen if we get it right is that it should equal 255. Now you've already done most of this typing, so all you need to do is go in and let's get rid of the y equal that says please graph it, so that it'll do a calculation for us. And remember, when you plug in a number, use parentheses. And so I put my 18 in parentheses and I got 255. Now does 255 equal 255? Absolutely. That means that we got it right. So this answer was 255 and they match. That means you got it right. And that's how you get all of your points on the final exam, and that's how you also get all of your points on this assignment. Now for those of you that would like to do the math by hand, I'm going to show you another way. If you are happy with what I just showed you, you may go on to the next question. If you want to see it done by hand, here we go. So again, the first step is to write the question. So we have 4 times 3.5x plus 0.75 equals 255. You cannot work what is inside the parentheses, so we are ready to now do our distribution. You cannot put these together by adding because there is an x and they are not like terms. So what we're going to do is we are going to distribute. So when I multiply, that's what this means, multiply. 4 times 3.5, if you need to, you can go type that in on Desmos. 4 times 3.5 is going to give you 14. Put an x on it. Plus 4 multiplied by that 7.5 is going to be 3. And that equals 255. The first step was just distribution. I'm going to put a line down here so that I remember what I do to one side, I do to the other in this next part. We are going to solve for x, which means that we're going to leave this piece, this term alone for now, and we're going to get rid of plus 3. To undo and to solve equations, you do the opposite. So we're going to do minus 3 on both sides. These 3's zero out, so we now have 14x equals. If you need help doing 255 minus 3, you can go type that in on Desmos. And that's as simple as going here, and you can do 255 minus your 3, and you can get your answer there. Hopefully you wouldn't need it for just subtracting 3, but if you do, you are welcome to type that in. 252. And then we need to get the x alone. The last step here is to know that this is multiplying when numbers and letters are side by side. So the opposite of multiplying is going to be divide on both sides. We're going to divide by 14 so that those 14's cross off, and we have our 1x equals. And again, if you need to, you can go type this piece in on Desmos. 252 divided by 14. We need a new line. 252 divided by 14 will give us 18. There we go. And then what you can do to make sure that you get all of your points, although if you do this, you'll probably be getting all your points anyway, is go ahead and plug it in like we did here to make sure that you get that they are equal. Please make sure that you have all of this written down on your